I'm Pickle Rick!
Oop, forgot to change that.
Special!
Nah, I'm just kidding. What's up, everybody? How are we doing on this slightly better Saturday than it was last Saturday? That's for damn sure. What's happening there? Okay, let me close that. Oh, what's going on, humans? And thank you, Clive, for the raid. So let's see. Whoa, what are we doing there? Let's scroll up here. We got Franco Walker's Ab Sparky, Mr. Egg Cake, Pancake Man, Lock Watcher, Big 8 News. Our Queen Liz Edwards is here. DC Allen, Clive, C. Grow Clue. Everybody's showing up. There's Delta Mike. Jacques Attack, I'm sure, is in there. What's up, Stuff Slacker? Rifleman, welcome. Nay Smith. What do we got here? Nay with a 23-bit. That's an interesting one. Anyway, let's give a toast for everybody that's here. What's up, Sparks, Spiker? Cheers, everybody. I'm going to stick to water this weekend. Pimp My Fairy, thank you for following. Actually, I got to fix that. I haven't moved that over. There we go. And Big Polar Express, Red Car Blues, thank you for the follow. And did Cyberlight do a stretch already? We already got a stretch. All right, everybody stretch. Cyberlight asked for a stretch. All right. Okay. Let's do a quick toast. Since it was brought up, let's do a toast to Fur Bear. Maybe he be doing dabs for eternity wherever he is. Cheers, everybody. All right. So in about 6.5 minutes, we have the VertoThermoWhoofle, because the thermal camera is fixed. Just had to reinstall everything. Go Windows Update. So we got that coming. We got Pussies and Pianos in about an hour. And I guess we'll start talking about my kidney stone whenever that decides to roll in. Also, Thursday, yeah. For those that are fans of Back to the Future, we got this finished on Thursday. We already had the car built, but we added something. Boop. So this is the smaller one, and I think you get in there, you can really see where it lights up the flux capacitor in there. So as companies should, they made sure they paid attention to the most important part of the car. We have the lighting kit for the Corvette as well, and I'm going to see about getting some more kits from them up close. Ultra Torrent, what's up? Only $28 to add the light kit. I'm waiting on the model to be shipped now. Perfect. It's a great kit. And I was looking at the BrickBling website, like the module that's in here. They call it the breathing module. Like you can actually get that separate. And if you were watching, you can pop this off and you can adjust it to the point where it's like seizure mode. But they sell a lot of the individual parts so you can do your own custom kits as well. Not a sponsor, just really, put that anywhere, just really good quality shit. Graham Shaw, what's up, buddy? I still haven't built that Lego helicopter I bought off of eBay. You'll get around to it. Macintosh. If it was Macintosh, wouldn't it be a little slower? I feel like their breathing was slower. And I wouldn't mind that actually being slower. So who knows? Maybe one day I'll do some research on it, see if we can add a part somewhere to give us a slower breathing effect, which probably would just be putting more resistance in line with the potentiometer. Pimp My Fairy. Hey, if you want a flux capacitor and Christmas tree that looks like the real thing from the movie. Well, don't they? Pretty sure you can get flux capacitor kits to make some. I should probably look that up. That would be cool to have. What's up, Mr. S? Dave Vab, what's going on, buddy? What time is it? All right, a few more minutes to the VertoThermoWhoofle. Oh, and since it was brought up earlier, here. This is a lithium-ion D-size battery that falls USB charge. See here. Whoop. 1.5 volt, 7,500 milliwatt hours. So basically, roughly a 5,000 milliamp hour battery in it. So yes, they do actually have those. I bought a bunch of these for my old flashlights. I had old what are the big popular steel flashlights? I don't know, you know, the Maglite. My old Maglights, I converted them to LED and then installed a bunch of these in them just to make them more efficient. And it's actually a little bit brighter. Maybe a little bit. Not a battery, a cell. Well, doesn't a battery contain a cell, Horvath? Or many cells? Lego what? Sauce. Scruff pissed out a kidney stone and Donald covered it up by bombing Iran. Yeah, I mean, that's one way to hide that, yeah. Ultratorn, I had to go with PK cell batteries for my entire stock for reasons. They had a pair of the D-cell rechargeable ones for a fly swatter. There you go. A battery is interconnected cells. Okay. Yeah. We got that going. A battery is literally a battery of cells. Yeah. Happy Little Fox, what's up, buddy? I have a couple of Magnites, had them for about 25 years. I have 3. I have 2 4-cells and a 6-cell, and I've had them over 20 years, probably 25. The car. Oh, this? Yeah, this is the genuine. Okay, well, I just dropped the battery pack, but yeah, this is if this is what you mean, this is the Lego 77256 is the kit number. I remember that because I had to look it up earlier. I picked this battery up. But yeah, it's a 77256 Lego kit, and then if you go to BrickBling's website, you just go to the search bar and type 77256, and it'll pop up all the different ones that could fit it. Liz says my message disappears and then reappears. What, like here or somewhere in YouTube? Because they just did an update to this, and I did update it, but I haven't heard if there's any issues on it. Dave, I have a 6-cell Maglite, got it in Canada. I don't know where I got mine. That sat in my pickup truck for years. It's around here somewhere. I don't actually know where that one is. That might be out in the truck by now. Still can't believe you went to the hospital. You have a claw picker-upper in your van, don't you? No, I actually had to. The original plan Well, actually, we'll get into that right after the VertoThermoWhoofle, which will be in a minute. I'll give you the whole story and all the juicy details for the most part on YouTube. Yeah, I have no idea. It could just be YouTube being YouTube. Knowing them, they're probably trying to do some other update to make it more Twitch-like in chat. Is your DeLorean kit 100 or a 1/24th scale model? I have no idea. That seems like it might be a little smaller than 124. Because that would put it at a 12-foot car, and I'm pretty sure DeLorean is longer than 12 foot. So it's probably like a 30 scale. BigClive, YouTube didn't show Scrufdog's stream on the main page. Have you said bad words? I always say bad words. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's even like what were George Carlin's list? Fuck, shit. There was a couple of like fuck, shit, motherfucker, cocksucker, tits. I forget his 7 deadly words, but is the story going to be graphic? It most likely will be. But yes, I do say a lot of bad fucking words, because if a person can't hear a bad word being spoken, literally just sounds from my face, if they can't handle a bad word, then I guess that mostly makes them a cunt. Speaking of which, I don't know, let's do the VertoThermoWhoofle. Oh yeah, I got my new base for it. I don't know if have I shown off the new base for this? I'll show you in a second here. Anyway, let's play with fire. Number one. One for Freddie. And Felicia. Setting Shadow on fire. Hell. Whoop. Cleaning the cobwebs. Oh yeah. Let me show you the, I don't know, I can't remember if I showed the base or not, because, you know, past 2 weeks have been a little burk. But this is what I, nice flat base. I got a Ranger band on it, which is basically this heavy duty rubber band, which are basically, as far as I can tell, just cut tire tubes. But yeah, that holds it on there real good. Because this was literally just sitting in like a Tupperware thing, hoping it wouldn't fall over, but now it's solid. And that's for the bigger butane cans. The little tiny ones, I would have to basically just scale it down, I guess. Cold hand. Oh, my hands are always a little bit cold. BigClive, I reckon the most technical people swear because everything we work with can kill us. Yeah, fucking right it can. Mouse, it's context rather than the actual word sound. That is true. That is true. But some people, they just don't even want to hear the word, even if there's no context to it. What bass guy is making a guest appearance? What? What's up, JNM? Boobies? Can we warm your hands up for you? I mean, I don't know if anybody's got some big old boobies I could just put them in and they could just boop. That would be fine, but I mean, otherwise they'll sort themselves out. PW, light bumps don't kill the LED, but somehow the not replaceable switch does. All right. That's kind of how everything works. Punctuation rules. Sorry I missed your stream for 3 Well, don't be sorry, man. You got better stuff to do, then go do better stuff. We'll be here. I'm just chilling. When will we see you next? Should be Wednesday to start on the light kit for the Corvettes. Thursday I'm off. You know, then next week after this Thursday is the number 2 close combat assault ration. We'll see what I forget. I think that one's chicken and something. And then the week after, the week after that, we'll end up doing snacks, and like I'm gonna mess around with the schedule a little bit. I don't. Huh? I know you're the bad, just had to do getting money. Oh, get money. Absolutely get money. Let's see. So, the kidney stone. Is everything working? Looks like it. All right. So, the clue was when I canceled that Wednesday stream. When I said I was just wiped out, tired, and my arm was. And if you called it, I said my arm was doing something weird. Well, what it was doing was I can't do it right because, it's obvious when you're flexing your muscles here, but the muscle on my middle finger would just go, it was twitching and it would actually pull my wrist up, kind of thing. And a lot of people don't realize that weird twitches like that can be a sign of moderate dehydration because things are drying up. It's a little harder for the electrical signals to get around, yada, yada. So, me knowing that I have a shitload of nerve damage in my neck went, oh, great. This is probably just the next fucking step of my neck shit because, I'm already numb here. I'm numb on my arms. Like, it's funny, like, when dude came in, like, when he would get overstimulated, he'd bite me. I'd have to look to see if I was bleeding because all I would feel was pressure. So I assumed that the muscle twitch was the next step, which just frustration. So Thursday, I was at Ports, Baltimore Ports, working on the top loaders. Got to a point where I was going to, it was about lunchtime. So I swung over to where another tech was because we have a few guys down there keeping all the product rolling into the Mid-Atlantic region. So I went to help him out. I bent over. We were putting up a panel on this top loader. Not too heavy, but you had to squat down a little bit, hold it up, put your bolts in. So I got that done, helped him out, put another cover on, and I'm sitting there and I'm standing back and I'm just kind of looking around, and all of a sudden I was like, ooh, man, that kind of hurts. That's weird. Because normally if I get stomach pains, it's on the other side because of my IBS. I went, you know what? I think I'm gonna go try and like take a shit or something. Maybe something's going on here. So I went into the trailer, at the compound where there's a trailer right there where like number 2 for Ports America, him and his assistant sit there. And that's like my main contact. So I went in there, sat down, got the throne, did some business, was like, all right, that did not help at all. And then I started to get like a lot of pain on the front because most of this was towards the back, right side. And then I started getting pain on the front. Well, it turns out one of my ab muscles cramped up as well because I could feel like the ball like right on the surface. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So we just figured muscle cramps. I'm sitting there for a little while and I'm drinking water, just trying to sort it out. And then my contact comes in and goes, holy shit, dude. So he gets me like electrolytic, thinking, oh, you got to be really dehydrated, yada, yada. So I drink that and eventually I go home, called out, a little early. I was like, something's not right. So this was Thursday afternoon. Well, it just kept hurting on and off, on and off, on and off. And at first I was like, it's gotta be a kidney stone or something. Cause it just kind of felt like it. Didn't quite feel like it did when I had one like 6-7 years ago. But I was like, all right. So all day Friday just hurt. And I was out of Motrin. If I would have known that Motrin is such a wonder drug for kidney stones, I would have fucking got some. I didn't have any Motrin, nothing. I just was literally taking a hot shower every 2 hours. Like I was timing it just to give shit enough time to dry out and whatever. And that seemed to be helping. I was out of work and I told them like, look, if Saturday comes around and it still hurts, like there's no change, like I got to go to the hospital to see what the fuck's going on. I had already called Express Care, which is one of those like quick stop clinic things that can kind of get some basics going. And they were like, yeah, we really can't do anything if you have a kidney stone or something's wrong with like your appendix because like it's all in the same spot and there was a lot of pain up front too. What's Motrin? Motrin is ibuprofen. I don't know. Whatever you guys call it over in the UK, it's ibuprofen. I think that's the actual name for it. Motrin's like the name brand. Kind of like Xerox copy. Everyone just calls it a Xerox. So Saturday, shower, whatever. I wake up at 6 and it's hurting pretty good. And I'm like, wow, it might be time. But then it kind of started to fade. I'm like, okay. And then around 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, like Saturday morning, it just fucking went off. And I was like, holy fucking shit. Like, no shit, I thought this isn't a stone. This must be, like, I think my fucking kidney, or I think my appendix just burst or whatever. It was a sharp, sudden fucking pain, and it was getting worse and worse. Shower didn't do shit. And then I'm like, well, fuck, I can't drive. Like, I could barely think. My fucking vision's doing this and all this shit. It was so bad. So I just had to fucking call the ambulance. They came, picked me up. And, like, I am fucking struggling by then. Like, I am writhing around, fucking, like, almost fucking screaming from it. I couldn't understand. I was like, dude, kidney stone. Like, my last one did not fucking hurt like this. Get to the hospital, they go through a bunch of stuff, check in, yada, yada. Do you consent to treatment? I'm like, fucking right, yeah, whatever you need to fucking do, kind of thing. Well, eventually they get everything sorted, hooked up, and they fucking hit me with some morphine. Dude, I had morphine in me for almost 20 minutes before it even started to help the fucking pain. And I'm like, are you kidding me? But finally got in, and after about probably 45 minutes, it was enough where I could, like, take a breath. Then they took me to the CAT scan. They saw my little feet that had cats all over it, and they're like, do you have cats? I'm like, those are my cats. And they were like, whatever, talking about cats while we're going down. So they did the CAT scan. They figured out that all my cats were still here. They hadn't hidden inside. And that's when they found a 3.2 millimeter stone that was wedged in one of the valves. Now, give you an idea of what the problem was. There we go. So say this is the stone, like my fist is the stone. Well, it turns out it was shaped kind of like that, with a couple of little edges on it. And from talking to them and everything and getting it figured out, what they think happened was, say here's the tube. They think this came down. One of the points got stuck in in the side instead of flowing because of the valve, kind of thing. And then once the pressure in the kidney built up enough, instead of popping out and just going down, they figure it went with this other point and went and then came down, which would explain, like, the inflammation that was there. So I'm still dealing with the pain because there's a not cut, like, it didn't slice through it, but like, it was a good scrape of it. And they figure probably about 9 o'clock. They figure 6 o'clock, when I woke up, that's when the pressure was building, and probably about 9 o'clock is when it flipped. So that would explain the pain. So I was there for a few hours. I got out of there about 1. So I guess I was there about 4.5 hours. By the time I left, I was feeling okay. They gave me a prescription for oxycodone, 5 whatevers, and oxycodone can go fuck itself. That shit is terrible. And then they gave me Flomax. Like, it's a prostate medicine, but it helps everything flow, including bladder, relaxes the muscles, shit like that. And yes, the kitties are okay. So I got that prescription filled, which, like, I didn't even, like, I'm good with electronics. I'm pretty good now with firearm stuff. Yeah, snakes, cats, like, I can build stuff, but when it comes to health insurance, I haven't a fucking clue. Like, I'm going to the hospital, like, how the fuck, like, I know I have credit cards that's for health insurance, but I don't know how the fuck they work. I don't know what's on them. I don't even know what the hell my coverage is. I can't wait to get the bill. This is going to, all my future fun toy purchases are going to be delayed, I'm sure. So got home, and it kept hurting on and off. Actually, I was taking the oxy at night, one at night, just to help me sleep, because it did put me to sleep pretty good. It's the problem with it is you're so fucking groggy and backed up. Like I was starting to get like super bloated, like to the point where I was hungry and I knew I needed to drink water, but I just fucking couldn't. And God, all the days blurred together. I'd have to go look on Discord to see exactly when that thing finally popped out. But I think it was Sunday. Was it Sunday evening? I think it was, or Monday. Probably Sunday. Like it was all blur. Like it was just all a fucking blur. Because it was just nothing but pain and trying to sleep. So Sunday, I'm taking a pee. I'm peeing through the funnel. If you don't know, when you get kidney stones, they give you a funnel to pee through that has a very tight screen, so you can catch everything. So I'm peeing, dude, and also I'm like, oh, wow, I got to pee all of a sudden. Like, felt a little different. So I'm like peeing, and all of a sudden, like the pee's like, and then that little fucker shot out. And yeah, it was just like they said. It was round and had two little tiny pointy things on it. So I put that into the little bottle they gave me to keep it. And I was like, I guess we're doing pretty good then. It still hurt, but I knew from the flip that it was still going to hurt. Well, it actually hurt for another reason. Because about an hour and a half later, all of a sudden I went, whoa! Like the pee was beckoning. So I went and I peed and I went, well, I'm going to keep peeing through a funnel just to see. I do not have photos. We'll get to that. That was an unfortunate thing. So I also had to pee again, and I peed through the funnel, and here's where some of the graphic stuff comes. Ready? So I had something else come out. It was about, let's see, 5-6 millimeters long, about 3 millimeters wide, and it was the fucking blood clot that apparently was sitting above the stone from the cut, or the scrape, or whatever you want to call it. So that thing popped out like a little black wriggle worm, and I knew exactly what it was. And then a bunch of other little ones, and like just stuff that wasn't stone came out. And since then, everything's been fine, doing its whatever. And about once a day, I'm still peeing through the funnel, just because why the fuck not? And about once a day, I get little tiny, almost hair thick fucking pieces that if you squish them, they look like a scab. So I think it's basically scabbing kind of thing. And it still hurts. Like I went to work Wednesday. I was there for 5 hours and it started to hurt. Then Thursday and Friday I went to work, and of course it was hurting, but I knew it wasn't point. And of course Thursday and Friday, what am I doing? I'm rebuilding a fucking mast on a turret truck. In Twitch break, Twitch ad starts in less than a minute. So I was doing heavy work Thursday and Friday, and that guy can tell. But I mean, it's just going to get better from there. But yeah, oh, so what happened to the stone? The stone is gone. Well, it's in the house, I assume. So I had the little, like, their little pill container thing that I was putting the stuff in. And when that big wiggle worm fucking thing came out, I was with my tweezers and I'm like, tap. And you can already see the problem here. I was holding it obviously down, not in front of the camera, but I was like, tap, tap, tap. And it wouldn't come off. And I went tap, and the fucking pill container went whoop. Did a full 180 or full 360, and I went, and I could see out of the corner of my eye like this little pixel going wee, and I went, oh shit, and I looked, and it landed directly in my like fluffy-ish fucking dark colored bathroom carpet, like pieces, you know what I mean? And I even picked up the carpet. I assume it stayed on the crack because I couldn't find it on the floor, and I gave it like a shake, gave it a little shake here and all that, and I have no idea where it went. But it was small and black and a little bit pointy, and it was a uric acid stone. But wait, there's more. So, last night, I decided to see if I could see my CAT scan results because I know that with that IBS, whenever it acts up, it's always at the corner where like your intestines, you go across and then they take that, your large intestine, they take that corner. That's where it always acts up. I was a little concerned there might be something weird going on there. Well, apparently not, because when they did the CAT scan, they checked that too. So that's good to know I don't have anything growing there that shouldn't be, because that was a concern. However, I did go through the write-up, and it's an interesting results. So let's see. The kidneys are normal in size. Right side, mild to moderate hydronephrosis, which I guess just means, you know, a little bit overfilled. And mild hydruder is identified by an obstructive 3 millimeter with big words kidney stone. Okay, let's read this in English. Let's see. A little bit of blockage, obtrusive 3 millimeter kidney stone in the right ureter. A few kidney stones visualized in the right kidney for a total of 4, for the largest at the mid bowl 1 millimeter. There is no other kidney stones in the right ureter. So I have 4 more on deck on the right kidney. The left kidney is kind of a concern. Left kidney is at the lower limits of normal inside with mild cortical scarring at the mid to upper pole, which means it's a little bit small and apparently it's fucking damaged. Multiple small kidney stones are visualized for a total of 5, with the largest measuring 3.2 millimeters. So I have another one in my other kidney just standing on deck ready to go. Other punctuate early forming kidney stones are visualized. The left uterus is normal in caliber and yada yada. So I have, and I actually found the visuals, which I'll probably get them on. I may show them on here eventually, but I got to go through, you know, information, shit on it, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, you can actually see them in the CAT scan pictures. You can see these little hard fuckers, and then they showed the one that was actually stuck. But they did actually go over the large intestine. They said everything in there was normal. So apparently I don't have to worry about anything unusual in my large intestine, but apparently my left kidney is a bit of a turd. So I ordered some potassium citrate supplement, which is a natural, you can find it in like lots of fruits, vegetables, different foods, but it actually helps dissolve existing kidney stones. So I'm going to start taking that, and hopefully that big motherfucker that's waiting on deck will sort itself out before it decides to go on vacation in toilet land. Because I don't feel like dealing with that shit again. So, since that is the case, I'm actually going to be taking the 3D printer and printing out a small, in case of kidney stone break glass thing, that's going to have the Flomax and the hydrocodone in it. Because I have no other use for either of them. Hydrocodone fucking sucks. Like, it works good for what it's intended to do, but the after effects aren't, I mean, I know some people kind of depend on it. I guess if I would have ever taken anything like it in my life before, because I don't take that kind of, the closest to anything like that was I took hydrocodone for my back when I was like 25. So I don't do the pill thing. So I'm guessing if you get used to it, it's not so bad, but holy shit, I'm not looking forward. Look on the carpet with a UV light. Now I'll poke around a little bit more. I mean, I'm sure it's still in there somewhere. I might find it. See you later, DCL. Can I use ultrasound to break them down, says Mr. S. You can get a procedure where they stick a tube in your dingus, and goes through your bladder, up the tube, and into the kidney. You can get that. It's like, let's see, what are they? Colonoscopy, endoscopy, or colon. It's like a uteroscopic procedure, I think they call it. But yeah, they can do that, but on apparently a 3mm one, they're not too worried because it should just pass on its own like it did, but a little painfully so. But yeah, they can stick stuff up in there to do that, and apparently they can use high frequency, like ultra high wave, ultra hot sound, ultra high frequency shit. They can do lasers, and they actually have one that's literally just a thing that goes boop. It just pokes just to like knock it around a little bit. Push Doctor, my dad had that done. Is it worth having an appointment with one of those machines that breaks up stones? I'm not worried about it right now, because the whole thing with me, it's because I dehydrated the shit out of myself. And I've actually known that's been a problem for a while. I got talk about it to myself and all that stuff, so I know that I don't drink enough water. Did I miss the top? Oh wow, I've been running my mouth. So I know that's all me. But I'm gonna do the potassium citrate supplement, and at some point, hopefully, if I gotta go get something scanned, I can say, hey, do you mind taking a look or whatever, or something like that, and let's go ahead and rehydrate again. Mr. S, cheers. Redhead Forrester, if they ultrasound your kidney stones and you get to piss out chunks of gravel, I knew someone who had that done. Yeah, a couple people I know at work that had kidney stones are telling me. Do you want to hear what could potentially be a worse story from my buddy? So he was getting stones every once in a while, like a little earlier in his life. And he had a big boy come through. They turns out it was about a 4.5mm stone. And he went to pee it out, and it got stuck right at the tip. Like it was like obviously meant, well, I guess anybody would have, but like it was basically like the eye of Sauron looking out the tip of his dispenser, as it would. And he literally had to go home and manipulate it to finally pop it out. Like he said he was at work, that happened, he stopped, and he just had to go home because he's like, there's no way I can do this at work. So yeah, I'm hoping I'll have to deal with that, although if it doesn't hurt too much, it'd probably be a fucking funny ass picture that you can't really show anybody. But Big 8 News, I appreciate that. 5 gifted memberships to the Gaggle of Goofballs. We had Delboy, Naismith, Casper, Mig, and a Ghost X. Much appreciated. A pair of long nose pliers would have helped there. Oh, he says he eventually got to roll around to just the right thing, and he said it literally just went and just popped out. I mean, you got to figure if you can't just, for lack of a better term, if you can't just toothpaste it out, like squeeze it out, I don't think you're going to have enough room to get any kind of pliers in there to pull it out either. Holy shit. That being said, I guess if you held it still enough, you could drill and tap it out, thread in a screw and pull it out. I'm sure that would be fine too. Do not Google Samuel Pepys stone operation, which was in 1658. That doesn't really sound like it was much of an operation, and probably more of a butchering. I think that's called sounding. Yeah, you might be right. That seems familiar. Rifleman, it's awfully addictive. Plus the Tylenol is in to poison your liver, so you don't addictively use it. Oh, yeah, I can't. Fuck that stuff. Oh, go to a professional, get it sucked out. Well, yeah, Redhead District, I'm sure, would have just aggressively helicopter until it lets free his mouse. Well, the problem was he did say that one had a little bit of an edge on it too. Using easy out, yeah, a good screw extractor probably work on that. Shop vac maybe. I mean, if it's good shop vac and it's a wet vac, then you may be able to get a 2-for-1 deal out of that. Time to get the X-Acto knife. Oh yeah, let's just cut that hole a little bit bigger. I'm sure that would feel great. Yeah, yeah. Apparently there's another Windows update. That's fucking scary. Oh. So yeah, that's the story of Stone. Yeah, I don't recommend that ever. So stay fucking hydrated. Holy shit. All right, since we missed the top of the hour, let's do the. What the fuck was that? Oh, it might have been. Do I have a fly in? No, there's no fucking bugs in here. Anyway. Very delayed top of the hour toast there, everybody. Cheers. What's up, Asthma? You seem edited on the name. Do you want to prevent Windows from randomly upgrading shit without your permission? Oh no, I have that all set up. But yeah, it waits. But I have this stuff set to download but not install, and then my server I have set to fuck off mode, and I manually update that. But I appreciate that there, Phasma. How you doing, balls? So I really do own a motorcycle. I have a 1995 Honda CBR 600 F3 Super Sport. Vance and Hines exhaust. Carburetor's been jetted out. I removed the safety, the anti-flip safety, whatever the fuck system. Like they had a vacuum system on it so that if you were standing still in first gear and wrecked it, it would just go. It wouldn't just take off. So I got rid of that so I could have full power whenever I needed. And it has a 2001 F4i dashboard on it. Whew. So, yeah. And I've gotten up to 134 miles an hour on it. Which I don't understand how with my, because I look, it looks like a giant riding a fucking mini bike when I'm on it, but it worked out. All right. That being said, let's see what we have from y'all. Because I still have pictures from last week that were sent in that I weren't able to share. All right, let's start with Frank Netto Betty. He actually he has a Lego tractor we were talking about on Thursday. I think he said he had a light kit for it or wanted a light kit for it. Okay, there's like, what are those? Are those John Deere nuts? Okay. That's cool. That's a good size. What is this thing doing? Okay. Yeah, is that another? Oh no, okay. That looks good. I like that. Nutritional facts. It is a can of John Deere nuts. Okay. I like that. That's cool. Good Lego set. Ricard. Let's see. I have a Yamaha Virago 750 original condition from my 1996. There you go. I used to ride with a bunch of people that had a bunch of bikes and all that stuff. Where is February? Rubik's Cube. Okay. Don't ask how I got it in there. And yes, it's a real Rubik's Cube. A view. Oh, and a view inside my TrueNAS system. I could see putting that in there. Like it would take a bit to do it, but yeah, I could see that. Just enough space in there. That would be quite a project. TrueNAS system. Couple of hard drives going on there. Little tiny SSD down there. See, where's my... Yeah, I think my server only has 4 drives in it now. I consolidated. And we have Vala. The bark. Now look at the screen. You kind of can't see it. Screen's tore up. Definitely got dogos in the house. Now it's in the jar. You have to, you get to solve it. Yeah, really. Give it to one of them people that's really fucking good at that and be like, there you go. What do I get to use for tools? Whatever the fuck works, buddy. That'd be awesome. Fish dinner with the local Catholics. I'm not gonna lie, Locke. Benji's Benji's setup looks a little bit better. No doubt that probably tastes good, but I think I'd go with the fish chips and mushy peas. I don't know. Only reason part of the reason why I say that is I've always found that like bulk mac and cheese is never as good as just like when you're making it at home for yourself. So, and I think it's because people just don't put enough seasoning in it when they bulkify it. But it does look good. Does look good. But I think Benji's got you on the fish setup. There's a Lucy pup. And yeah, I'm on the right screen. Good. All right. Thank you for those, Locke. Let me go to the other side. Ooh, he cut the bottom out of the bottle and placed it over the Rubik's Cube and then glued it back. That's pretty cool. Evil torture for Rubik's solver fiends. Yes, Red Dwarfer. Absolutely. Let's see. Oh, WebDevy sent in a little video thing here of his big DeLorean, which we forgot to watch. By the time I remembered to watch it, I think he had already left. So he has the bigger one. Slightly bigger. And is that like Ninjago or something down there? Spaceship head. I dig it. Looks good. Where's the button? And let's see what we got from Red Dwarfer. What's up, Casper? 20. Actually, yeah, 220. That was the one I missed, right? Let's see here. Big purry kitty getting the scritches. And as you can see, as with most black cats, once a good bright light hits them, you find out that they're liars, and they're pretty much all really, really dark brown cats. The lie of the black cat. Ooh, that's loud. Says, I wonder if I can make it display one moment, please. One moment, please. For those who couldn't see the blood moon for any reason, including bed, was too warm and cozy. And now, is that the actual moon, or is that the taking a picture of it with the Samsung phone, and we're gonna put a picture of the moon on it? Like, the Samsung phones still do that? The newer ones, do they put a picture of the moon over the actual moon because they think it's the moon? Like, do they still do that? Ooh. Nice. Someone's got some good photography stuff. Look at that little guy. Yeah, with that fucking big ass crater right there, it's almost looking like the Death Star. Waiting for the... Looks good. Wait, you have, I guess, do you have a telescope? Red dwarf fish with no chips, sacrilege. Yeah, I kind of feel if you have fried fish, like you should have potato chips. French fries with it. Freedom fries, man. I like that. Actual moon with a proper camera. Excellent. Excellent. Happy little fox. What you got for us there, Benji? Let's see. From last week, we had the aforementioned fish and chips. Something new has been added. What's that, Benji? What are you doing to us? What is that? What are those little patties? like you're switching it up on us. I mean, that's fine, but like you kind of got to let us know, you know. So let me know what those are. There's like hush puppies or something. Oh, see, we have what looks like chicken, carrots, some sort of lettuce or cabbage. I always forget what the fuck are those green ones called? Not squash. Yeah, the green things. Y'all know what the fuck they're talking about. Battered kidney stones. I don't think they're battered. Fish cakes. Okay, some more fish. Okay, zucchini. That's it. Yeah, zucchini in there. God, it almost looks like oranges or something. That looks good. That looks good. Is this a Yorkshire pudding thing? Because it looks like a pancake with meat and gravy. I'm pretty sure that's one of your. This is what biscuit heads call pudding. Either way, I'd eat it. Oh no, is that a crepe? Is gravy crepe? Oh look, you can see the insignia. That's funny. Ew, and I just farted. That's a rough one. Nice presentation. Nice presentation. Banana Nutella crepe? Maybe. Oh, so we're getting crepey with it. From Pancake Day, I mean, maybe Benji had a crepe day. Wow, flowers are blooming somewhere. Yeah, actually, I have onion grass starting to pop up in my yard. Can't forget if that's actually edible or not. All right, and this is from this week. We have the not so mushy peas, again, changing it up on us. Fish and chips, and of course the slice o' lemon. Olive crepes. What's up, Dark Lord? I'll get to that tonight. That's a pancake. Yorkshire puddings have walls and can be deeper than they are crossed. Oh, okay. So that's the unenthusiastic Yorkshire pudding. Okay. Oh, look at the sleepy floof. I like those kind of floofs. Well, that's isn't that like a British short hair or something like that? Yeah, I'm gonna check it out on my Chromebook. We'll see if reading it on a Chromebook is any different than reading it on a PC. There, Dark Lord. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you swinging through. Pretty much everything is edible once, including the pussy. But not that one. Don't eat that pussy. There's other pussies you can eat. Sauce. What do we got? Something about ducks and cows. I think that's a sheep. That's not a cow. That's a goose. Sheep and goose, not ducks and... Oh, ducks and roe. Oh, ducks and roes, not cows. Roes. Well, those are geese. And those are sheepy. So that's just two pictures of more food. Dark Lord with a stretch. All right, everybody, you've been sitting around long enough. Oh, stretch it out. Oh, there we go. Have I missed any other stuff? No, I think we got everything. All right. Thanks for that sauce. Little Jim, what do you got going on? When he has kidney stones, but comes in your mouth. What? Crunchy nuts. Oh. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Crunchy nut. Oh, boy. All right, what do we got for Flat Cat? Oh, he just dodged the pointy kidney stone. Pew! Yeah, I'm glad his tail was down, because that may have fucking gotten stuck in the tail. Nice. Thank you for that. Good to see Flat Cat dodged that bullet. Nice illustration too. That's good. I like the That's a good representation of the offending units there. And yeah, you don't have enough paper to write how many symbols you'd have to put down for that one. Whew. Oh, good. That flat cat's doing good. What do you got, Casper? Some pictures of the cat gadget that stayed with me for a couple months when a good friend unfortunately had to go to prison for a few months. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I like the coloring. Oh, look at the little tip of the tail. Boop. That's funny. The whole tail except for that little bloop. Cute little kitty cat. Ah, there you go. Oh, look, there's some butthead underneath. Sleepy kitty. Oh yeah, we're just a few minutes away from Pussies and Pianos. Rob, he is traveling right now, so he wasn't sure if he was going to get back or not. Kitty Floof. What is that? You cannot see me. Invisible cat. Inviso Floof. Box Floof. More, whoa, look at the eyes. Something's getting ready to get pounced on. Super Stealth Cat. Scritchy Cat. There you go. Look at the scritchies. I don't know why my mustache is so goddamn itchy today. Kitty Cat. Thank you for those, Casper. Good to see you around again. I don't think I've spoken to you in a while. Let me flip that on back here. Let me see what else we got here. I think we got something from Jacques Attack. Sean Yen is now following you. Why didn't that pop up here? Oh, it did. What the? Hold on a sec. Sorry. Hold on. That's Sean Yam and Plantin. There's a couple. I don't remember seeing them pop up. Yeah, it's weird. When that update happened, it screwed up. Apparently, Stream Elements did some updates to their dashboard that kind of screwed a lot of the things up as well. All right. Where are we at? We're up here. Jack Attack. What did you send in? There we go. God damn. Owl be front. Owl be side. I'll be back. Ooh, no zoom. Somebody has finally made an orthopedic bed just for men. That's nothing but boobies. Can be ordered in 3 firmness levels: saline, silicone, or natural. Sizes C to quadruple D. Anyone wanting less than a C should just sleep on the floor. Available only at Butts, Boobs, and Beyond. A booby bed. I'd never get to work. Monty the Open Cat. Why can I zoom that one? That's weird. That's cool. That like an actual statue? I would hope. Dynoed the car today over 700 horsepower. Trying not to shake the machine so I can post the results. Oh, that's absolutely. That is pure horsepower right there. The problem is I'm assuming that's 5,252 RPM. We can only hope so. Because if you don't know, most dyno, I guess most dyno charts cross horsepower and torque at 5252 because of the formula used to calculate horsepower. Because you measure torque and calculate horsepower. In case for some reason you need it to know that. Thank you for those, Jacques Attack. Oh, we had another bing bong. Let's see. Ah, little Jim with Little meme-a-tude here. Make up for the other one. Boobies. Boobies. Well, you want to talk about some big nipples. She gets stung. They're going to be gigantic. The best kind of bees. Boobies. All right. I think we're all caught up. What's up, 6F6G? Josh? I think I said hi to you yet either. Okay, so it's almost time for actually, it is time for Pussies and Pianos. Let me put that there, put that there, put that there. Oh wait, we gotta wait a minute for the ad break on Twitch. That's going right now. Water break. We can do a water break while we're waiting for the ad. Cheers. I have definitely been peeing a lot more lately. Now that I'm like actually paying attention, I'm actually taking water to work with me too, instead of relying on a 20-ounce coffee to hydrate me for 8 hours. That's like the big thing. For a long time, I've just kind of forgot to take water to work with me, and I was literally most days going the first 8 hours, 8-9 hours of my day living off of 20 ounces of coffee. And like it would get low at like 11, 12 o'clock, and I'd just sip on it just enough to keep it there instead of just going to get something to fucking drink. So I can't do that anymore. So now I'm back to carrying water with me. I gotta figure out where my damn lunchbox is. Like I have a little lunchbox somewhere that would be perfect to like throw a bottle of water in and like keep like little snacks in there. Like find like little packies of snacks or fucking energy bars. Maybe keep some of these military fucking energy gums I got in there. Actually, I'm gonna be up for a while anyway. I might as well chew one of these fuckers up. But yeah, in case you've never seen it, like this is an actual thing. This was in, you find these in some of the MREs. Lots of and all they are is just caffeine gum. Which isn't necessarily good for someone with kidney stones, but as much water as I've been drinking, I'll be alright. Get some Propel. I'm not real big on Propel. I have powdered Gatorade. I use sometimes, or I'll just get Gatorade. Mostly if I'm drinking something that's not water, it's either Gatorade, coffee, or the half and half Arizona iced tea, Arnold Palmer half and half iced tea stuff. But those I usually only drink when I order food. But it is time for Pussies and Pianos. A Batman lunchbox of Adam West. Franco, if I had that, I sure as shit wouldn't be taking it to work. That would be awesome. Brondo, yeah. That's what plants want. Or need, or whatever the hell that expression is. Alright. Let us get ready for some Pussies and Pianos. That's going to be a slightly longer one, too, which is funny because I don't need to go get a beer or anything. I'm going to start drinking again next week. Let my body recover and get all this fucking shitty medicine out of it. Rob was out of town or something. She was traveling. Says he wasn't sure if he was going to be back in time. So he's doing his thing. He might be out tuning pianos, maybe. I don't know. Okay, that's queued up. That's queued up. That looks good there. All right. Are we ready for some Pussies and Pianos? Let's make sure the camera's where it's supposed to be. I gotta fix that there. All right. Let us... Oh, let me pause that. That's a good song. I paused Twitch music so we can hear Rob music. All right. Go do Pussies and Pianos. I'll be back in about 10 minutes from what it looks like. And we'll go from there. So here we go. And here we go. Alright. Well, thank you for those, Pianoman, for whenever you may pop around. Go ahead, push play over here. Alright. And yeah, I don't. We've been trying to get Beefcake to like bulk up a little bit, but he really likes his physique, so I guess Beefcake's gonna stay as Beefcake. Oh. Nate Smith, Moon done a superhero film where the superhero's alter ego is a postman. Alter egos are always weird. I'm surprised the dude like left when he did, because I was standing there like near the bathroom. I forgot to straighten out the cardboard thing. You guys are too spread out. There you go. Mama must have heard me. There you go. So nobody's getting seasick as I'm floating this thing around. What's up, Emir? That was soothing. Rob plays good piano, and the cats, they definitely ain't gonna argue about getting food. Did she step in the food or something? But yeah, the only problem, really, as far as kitties go, when I was dealing with this kidney stone stuff, was there were times where I'd have to actually like scoot them out of the room and close the door, because I was just moving around and fucking wiggling too much that I kept like bumping into them, and like they're trying to sit on my lap or like, hop across me, and it just was like, I can't do it. But they're fine now. What's up, Chippy? Where is this noise coming from? We play music on Twitch. I don't know why you're on Twitch anyway, because you hate Twitch, and YouTube's right over there. No music on YouTube, if that's not your thing there, boss. What's up, Rasher? Scruff, when I saw a picture of you in the hospital bed, I was worried. Glad to see you're back on the scene. Yeah, at this point, I figured, like no shit, if I would have had Motrin, I probably wouldn't have had to have gone to the hospital. Maybe not as soon, because I don't know how much that Flomax helped loosen everything up to pass the stone, but I have a shitload of it now, because I only took it until the stone passed, because after that, there's no point in taking it. So I have like a 25-day supply of Flomax and 6 more oxycodones that'll be saved for the next the next kidney stone, which, as we learned earlier, is right on deck and just waiting to pop in. Fucker. It is kind of it's one of those things. I went back and read the cat, because they didn't tell me I had other stones in there. That's why I wanted to find it, just to see what the details were, and to see if they had anything to say about my large intestine, since it's been weird. But yeah, it's fun now walking around knowing I have another stone of that caliber just waiting. Just waiting. And it's in the weak kidney, which means it could be popping out at any time. Woo! What's up, Grant? So, that's fine. That's why I'm taking that supplement now, just to help. I've heard that stuff just makes your pee a little more acidic, and it helps with the stones, especially uric acid stones, which is my issue. Which is something I should have figured out, or like I just didn't put the two together, when I had that gout episode last year. Gout is, one of the things is for high uric acid, because it's uric acid crystals that cause the pain. So that's just something I just didn't put the two together, but now now I do. Now I understand. Franco, are you out, buddy? Love you too, buddy. Have a good rest of your weekend, my friend. You're a booby believer, says Naismith. Yeah, I totally believe in boobies. Absolutely. As long as they're real. I give a fuck about fake boobs. Not my thing. CDOS, did they put you in stirrups for the exam? No, they did not have to put me in stirrups. I actually laid there like this when they put me into the big CAT scan donut. Which honestly, I never knew what a CAT scan actually was, because I'd never had one before. I've had an MRI done, which I got to figure out where the disc results on that. That might be that right there. I may actually be looking at the results, because I know I have or had a CD with the results on it. I wouldn't be able to get them back again, because 7 years in the United States, they have to hold on to medical records at a facility. So it would be gone by now. But I wouldn't mind finding that just for the hell of it. Emir says, if you made your own joints, you'd be a rolling stone. Well, I do roll my own joints. If that counts. Naismith says, and I'm betting he wouldn't gather any moss. Rolling Stone never gathers moss. Yeah, I would hope not. Moss is mossy. There you go, Chipmunk. Please remove me as a moderator. Twitch is an actively hostile platform I can't ever understand. So you're not a moderator on Twitch, if that's what you mean? I don't think you are. There, Chippy. And how's my girl doing, by the way? It's when a cat climbs all over you. Oh, right, yeah. Electron box. Let's see. Get yourself an allopurinol to lower your uric acid levels. Repeated gout attacks will destroy the affected joint. So I've only had one. It just lasted for 4 months. And that was in a joint that's already fucking destroyed anyway, so. I'm fine with being a mod on sane platforms. Well, yeah, I don't think you're a moderator on Twitch. No, you're just a moderator on YouTube, buddy. The sane platform. More sane a little bit. But mom is good. Good. I'm glad she's doing well. Glad she's doing well. It's good to hear. Bowie wore sane platforms, says Emir. I'm sure he wore a lot of platform shoes in his day. There are only two immortal beings in this world, and they both have nipples. Well, I mean, I would expect most, well, human-based life forms to have nipples. Not necessarily aliens, although... Oh yeah, we're still on the cat screen. No, she hasn't moved since I've been running my mouth. She is just doing her thing. No, I should probably move now that I'm going to zoom in on her. Ooh, fuzzy. Still insane like her son. That's good. You know, family, keep family together. Captain Batted, what's up, man? Sexy shaman, man. Barrett says, getting ready to ship you the engraved piece of wood with your logo. Yes, Captain Barrett did a wood etch thing with my logo that when it gets here from Germany, I will show everybody. I got to talk to my boss because my boss, I don't know if I mentioned it here or not. I have no idea what the fuck I talked about 2 weeks ago. My boss bought an Ender 3 Pro. I don't know. I may have been a V2 when he got it. And he never quite got it put together. Or no, he got it put together and set up and never really did much with it. And then he bought a bamboo printer. And he's only been using the bamboo printer because that does multicolor and stuff. So he's going to give me his Ender 3. And that I am going to basically make it a permanent engraver. I'm going to get the Creality. Assuming Creality still sells that engraver kit for their machines. A Creality engraver kit. I knew there's a kit out. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's like, what, 80 bucks, 100 bucks, something like that. You can find it around. But you can convert it straight up into an engraver, and you don't actually even have to take the factory electronics out. You kind of just hang the thing on it, and it has its own drive. But I'm just going to make it a laser cutter. Well, engraver or whatever, and go from there. Grant tardigrades and horseshoe crabs, also slow worms and one type of rodent, and tortoises and turtles to an extent. What was the first part of that? Jack Attack, just been to a Starbucks and the barista was wearing a face mask. I asked, why are you wearing a surgical mask? She says, I'm not. It's a coffee filter. Ah, boy. Mammalian-based life all have nipples. Yes. That's true, yeah, I'm saying human, but yeah, mammals in general. Anyone here heard of the Gray J app? Says Rasher. Not heard of that. Not at all. Top of the hour toot. Yes, actually, yeah. Matter of fact, 7 o'clock. Let's do a quick toast to Kill a Mike. I know some of you here hang out on his channel as well every once in a while. Well, he has been a little under the weather the past couple days. So a toast to him. Hopefully, I haven't checked in with him today yet, but hopefully he's getting a little better. So cheers to Kill a Mike and his recovery. John Travolta has grease nipples. He probably does. He probably does have grease nipples. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. I watched, speaking of that, I watched Pulp fiction not too long ago. I feel it was a few weeks ago. One of his better films before he got too kind of weird and strange and whatever. The engraved thing, or the fire engraver thing should be here next week if I don't forget it. Well, just remember, you don't have to ship it fast. Just get it here as best you can. I know, because I know that's just going to be fucking expensive. But I do appreciate you making that and shipping it. I'm sure we will enjoy it here as well. And I'm guessing once I get that engraver, I'm probably just going to have to put it downstairs. I'm running out of, I've ran out of room up here for now. Well, I don't know that I won't burn shit in here anyway. I'd rather have it down in the basement. I'll need to put in once I get the downstairs working a little better or more worked in, I may actually put an extractor in that. I'm still looking, like I am probably going to put an extraction system in here for when we do stuff that should be done outside, but we're going to do it inside because this is where all the cool computer stuff is. It wouldn't be too hard because it could just go straight into the attic because the attic is open pretty much to the fucking air anyway. Woohoo house. Phasma, did everyone see Styro's 400 car battery video? It was amazing. I saw some of it. I haven't watched the whole thing yet, or well, all of it. I pop into his channel every once in a while and I'll like watch a bunch of them and then pop back out. Mr. Yes. National Ignition Facility level currents, absolute insanity. I couldn't look away. Oh, yeah. Speaking of other YouTubers, so I watched Adrian's series on the Apple Lisa that he just finished up like 2 weeks ago, I guess it's been. Like I hadn't seen any. I can watch Adrian's stuff every once in a while as it pops up. But the Apple II, because I had an Apple IIc Plus, which it may still exist in that house, but I don't know what happened to that house. But anyway, I gotta tell you, man, like that dude is fucking intelligent. He knows what he's doing, but at the same time, boy, does he frustrate the shit out of me sometimes when he's troubleshooting, when I'm like screaming at the screen. Like when he was working on Lisa, he had a load cell hooked up to the CRT side of things just to make sure the power supply was, where it should be, because some power supplies are load dependent, and this one was. So he's doing that, trying to troubleshoot the main system, irregardless of the CRT, and then he goes, you know what, while we're doing this, let's just hook the CRT circuit up, and I'll do this, and he modified it and made it to hook up, and I'm like, why are you doing that? You're adding more fucking points of failure and all this shit, and oh my god. Just different things he does. Like, it's like, I'm glad it worked out, but man, you should have done this and this first just to make sure. And I think part of it is he is surrounded by all the diagnostic equipment I would love to have. I mean, granted, I have some of it. I have, oscilloscopes and million volt meters. Don't have any load cells or anything like that, but it seems a lot of times he kind of just skips the checking it and just goes for it. Besides that, like I love, when I do catch his videos, I do like watching them. Because I do like the older tech stuff. Jack Attack, I have a Polish friend who has a job as a sound engineer. I have a Czech one too. God Lord. Chipmunk, I need sleep, but by fucking God, I don't believe I fucking hate Twitch. Okay. That's why you're hanging on YouTube. Phasma. It's so long, absolutely worth it, but man, it took a chunk of time. Oh, what, getting all that shit hooked up? Yeah, I can imagine so. Where did he source the batteries? Did he just get whatever he could find from wherever, or did he actually buy all those fucking batteries? Can't imagine trying to keep them all topped off. Jesus Christ. Played lots of Where in the Wherever is Carmen Sandiego on an Apple IIc at school. Yeah, that's when I was in elementary school, 4th and 5th grade, we all had well, they had a Apple IIe lab where like we could all go in and like fucking play Oregon Trail and like do different calculator stuff and little basic stuff on it. And then my parents got me the Apple IIc Plus. The Plus being it had a switch on it for a 4-speed accelerator. So basically the boost button. A built-in overclock button because it ran stock at Apple IIe speeds or compatibility or whatever, and then you could make it go faster. And there were some games that actually needed that were just for the Plus. What was funny is if you took some games that didn't, since there really, I don't think there was an RTC on the 2C Plus. So games that, or there was, or maybe there was on that one, but the 2E there wasn't. Because I know on some games when you hit the 4-speed accelerator, they went fucking 4 times faster. Which actually made some of the games a little more fun after you played them for a while. You can see the seasons passing in the video. Oh, yeah, yeah. I remember playing Carmen Sandiego a little bit. I played, well, actually, when I had that, I did a lot of programming in the BASIC language. Granted, I couldn't tell you how to put a fucking pixel on the screen nowadays, but back on the apples, yeah, I was a coding motherfucker. I mean, I get bored. I'd spend an entire weekend just fucking coding games up and different shit. And he bought the batteries, but was sponsored. Okay. That's so many fucking batteries. Casper, irregardless, suddenly thinking about that American Dad episode. Let's see, regardless. Don't know. I'm not linking that one up. Let's see. Let me type that into Google. See if it irregardless American Dad. See what pops up. What pops up? There's a looks like a clip, and you can't hear that. Good. I still remember how much they pushed to make sure everyone knew to touch the metal by the switch so not to burn it by shock. Newfangled machines. Tasty, low-fat 9/11 memorial. Okay, now we're getting into the meat. It's not actually a word. Really? Alright. I'll have to finish that clip later. Never actually thought about it regardless. It really isn't a word, is it? Rasher, say this to someone with you and see if they can make any sense of it. I am retarded. I am Sofa King, retarded. That was good when they did that on Aqua Teen. They made a whole skit out of that, out of the Sofa King. What's for your din scruff? I'm going to finish the cold cut sub I have, which is, let's see. I don't know about you, but when I eat subs, like here's the sub, you know what I mean? I always eat the top half and then the bottom half, which is weird because a lot of times if you don't bite deep enough, you get lots of vegetables and then all the meat, which is sometimes why I just do the double bite. But I probably got about 6 bites of that left. And after that, I have no idea. I know I have some ramen noodles chilling that could get some chow down on. So maybe I'll do some ramen and something. What are you? Well, actually, I guess most people here have already had dinner. Well, actually, I got some East Coast, or East. I am an East Coast, you fucking dumbass. I got some West Coasters. What people who haven't had dinner yet? What are you having? Or when did you have this evening that was quite tasty and delicious? Delicious. Hold on, the wombles aren't woombles anymore? Was a womble ever a woomble, or was the woomble a womble? Because you got to figure which one came first. Was the wombles first, and then they expanded into the woombles, or did the woomble come from the womb of the womble? That's what we need to figure out there, Emir. Do you eat your hamburger inside down? Also inside down? Typically when I do a burger, it is bun, burger. If I have lettuce, which if it's there, not a problem. But if I have lettuce, sometimes I'll put that on the bottom. It depends on how. If it's more of a dry burger, I'll put it on the bottom just to get out of the way. If it's a juicy burger, I won't, because I want that grease to get into the bun. But it's usually bun. Like if I make a burger for myself, we'll do that. It's toasted bun, which I'll toast in the pan that I'm actively cooking the burger in, so it picks up some of that grease flavor too. But I'll toast the bun. Most burgers I make nowadays are farm burgers of some sort. I have my big 3rd pound fucking hamburger patty there, a chicken patty next to it cooking. Put Montreal steak seasoning on the burger. Put cayenne pepper seasoning stuff on the chicken. Cook them all together. Then I go bun, burger, cheese of some sort, bacon, or bacon bits if you get the real bacon bits. And then the chicken, more cheese, mustard. Then if I have turkey, I'll put that on next. And then a lot of times I'll top it with hot sauce. And then just squish it all together and go to town like that. Hot dogs and beans, says Josh. I haven't actually had a hot dog in a while. If I eat hot dogs, I always get chili cheese, and a shitload of raw onions. C2S gonna have a grilled cheese with ham. That's a good grilled cheese. I'm not real big on ham lunch meat. Never really been real big on it. I will eat the ass out of a fucking ham, like a big fucking ham hock or whatever, carved ham, spiral cut, whatever. I love bacon. I love most pork products. But ham lunch meat, it's never really done much for me. However, if you put it in a grilled cheese, then you're working for me. Yeah, actually, I don't actually know when the last time I had a hot dog was. Like it's got to have been years. I don't know. Maybe I should go fucking hit a 7-Eleven. Get one of them dumpster fucking, basically equivalent to a dumpster hot dog. The most horrible fucking cheese whiz and chili you can fucking think of. But goddamn, it tastes good. C2 has a hot dog covered in coleslaw. Yeah, I know some people that do that. But I'm like, I see coleslaw as the, oh my God, what is his fucking name? Lenny Kravitz, that's it. Coleslaw, to me, is like Lenny Kravitz. You don't really go looking for coleslaw. You don't really go to the store and say, I want some coleslaw. But if coleslaw is there, fuck yeah, I'm going to eat the shit out of that coleslaw. Kind of like Lenny Kravitz. You don't really go looking for his music. But when it plays, yeah, I'll listen to that. You don't change it. You enjoy it. You just don't go looking for it. So like Lenny Kravitz is coleslaw, basically. Coleslaw is Lenny Kravitz. Like, it's great when it's there, but you don't really go looking for it. That's where I see coleslaw. And Lenny Kravitz. Great artist, great food, but don't really go looking for him. Little Jim, I had cheese and tomato paste with a side of chicken and fried onion mashed potatoes. That is the best fucking way to make mashed potatoes. Fucking fry it up, saute some onions and garlic in like real butter, not necessarily margarine. Get that shit all done up good and then add all that into your fucking mashed potatoes. Oh, especially if they're like, potatoes that have been cut up to make homemade mashed potatoes. Absolutely. Rasher, baby potatoes, steak and gravy, and steamed broccoli. It's good meal, good staple of a meal. Difference. I don't know about you, but I would have see steak and gravy. I would have had gravy on everything. Steamed broccoli with gravy is actually quite tasty. Shout out to the people wondering what the opposite of in is. Spiker just had steak medallions with sweet potato fries and veggies. Not a sweet potato person either. Tried them a bunch of different ways. Just can't lock onto it. Not a sweet potato person. Cyberlight bought a rice cooker. That thing makes amazing rice. Absolutely. Do I have like a cheap ass busted like fucking I think it was like $12 at Walmart rice cooker that does like 6 cups. And it fucking works great. As long as you pay it, it's one of the, you kind of got to pay a little bit of attention to it, but as long as you pay attention to it, like it'll cook some really good rice. Pretty sure I still have that. I don't think that was stolen. Pretty sure that's still under the cabinet. Try to do something with that. I haven't made a good rice meal in a while. I should do. Actually, you know what? I should do one of my meat gravy and whatever the hell else is laying around, garlic, sauteed, fucking lumpy meal things I make, and do it over some rice. JSS, what's up, man? Have you ever tried sweet potato pie? I have. I've tried it all kinds of different ways. Really don't like sweet potato pie. That one really just doesn't work for me. Don't know what it is about them. Just doesn't work for me. I'm glad other people enjoy them, just not for me. Hot dog with curry sauce, says Jack Attack. Why not? Why not? I had Lamakan and halloumi calzone earlier. What are those two things there, Emir? Coleslaw made as an add-on for pulled pork. Yeah, these go good. These usually go good together. Problem is, whenever I get pulled pork, half the time I just eat it. I don't have a side. I don't have bread. I just eat the pulled pork. And I do know I need to get a little more vegetables in my diet too, because most of my meals are meat or pasta. Like if I'm having like a big meat, I usually don't have a vegetable with it unless it's steak and potato. Like actually, I made some homemade hamburger helper a few days ago, and I put fucking French cut green beans in it. Didn't affect the flavor at all. Didn't really notice them, but you know what? At least I had some sort of a fucking vegetable in it. You stir eggs into your ramen. I do if I have them. I am currently out of eggs though. I forgot to stop at this. I forgot to stop anywhere Friday. I was just so fucking wiped out from rebuilding that mast. I didn't stop to get my food. I was going to grab some apple cider to see if I felt like drinking tomorrow, but I didn't grab that, and I'm like, that's whatever. I'm not really pushing to fucking start drinking again. Like I said, I want all the medicine out. Just drink a lot, get it all out. I don't feel like I'm fucking drooling because of the oxycodone anymore. Like even yesterday, like the last time I took an oxy was Monday, and even yesterday, I fucking felt groggy, and it felt like it was related to it. That's why, like that stuff is just, ugh. Like I said, I know some people, like the one guy I was talking to that had the kidney stone get stuck in his pee hole. He's like, yeah, I take 7.5s twice a day. I'm like, how the fuck do you exist? But I guess once you get to it, once you get used to it. Lots of food ideas for tomorrow here, says Naismith. Oh, yeah. especially when Fama pops in. But you got to watch with Fama. He has some very particular things on recipes that we may not necessarily have ourselves. Mr. S, bedtime for me. Have a great stream, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. You do the same, Mr. S, and thank you for hanging out. Have you looked into the Arduino Uno Q? Sounds interesting. Supposed to be Linux compatible. I have not. I currently don't have any particular use for a small PC. The closest we might get to that was I was thinking of maybe doing something with the Ender, but it's got a Raspberry Pi 4 Plus in it. So if I'm going to do any streamy stuff, it can probably handle a fucking 720 stream pretty easily. But I figure if I start doing regular stream stuff on the printer, I'll probably do it from a separate, well, using something other than the built-in streaming stuff because it's really limited for the free version stuff. Like, I think I have a 6th gen Nook in the house still. It might still be in here. Like, that would probably have plenty of processing power just to do a 720 stream on YouTube for when I'm printing certain things. Like, actually, I did a site visit at an In the Sticks meat shop. They were making hot dogs that day. Was high quality meats used in a better butcher shop. Some fat trimmings, but no pig butts. Yeah, I think most hot dogs aren't quite as bad as we make them out to be. Probably. Nate Smith wants to know what my favorite vegetable is. Potato. Anything potato related. Like, does that count? Potato? Because potato can be made to so many tasty fucking things. Be it like new potatoes or young potatoes, like Rasher was saying, those little fuckers. Those are fucking amazing. Those I like getting them diced or whole and then frying them up and then mixing them into like meat stuff. Or making just frying them up in, like, you get the diced new potatoes or diced young potatoes. Drain them out real good. Like as much of the water as you can get out. Like what I usually do, I'll use the can opener that like goes around and I'll stop right before it's done so that the lid kind of does that kick thing. And then I'll just turn it upside down and put it in the sink and just let it drain for a little while to get as much of the moisture out as you can. While that's draining, you go to your frying pan, you saute some garlic, and if you have, onions, garlic and onions if you got them, or either one or whatever. Lots of butter in there. When I do saute, I use butter, not margarine, just because it does seem to work better, taste better. But you get that just started into the saute, like just starting to go. You really don't want it to be done because then you put while that's in there, heavy on the butter, then you put your new potatoes in there, like after just getting the pan hot, and then cook it all together. And you can put that as a side, and it is fucking great, especially if you cook it enough to get them crispy. Those dark brown edges, fuck yeah. Yeah. Rasher says, I'm telling y'all right now, don't eat vegetables or fruit unless it's organic because you cannot wash insecticides and weed killers off. They are systemic. That means once it hits the plant, it's inside it and can't be washed off. Cancer is getting worse deliberately kind of thing. Yeah, you just got to do your best. Just got to do your best. Captain Barrett says potatoes, you can boil and mash them and stick them in a stew. Yes, you can. Well, what is everybody else's favorite veggie there? What about you, Nay? What is your favorite veggie? And besides favorite vegetable, actually at this point, I'd probably have to say my favorite fruit is probably has really always been, it's been a toss between raspberries and cranberries, but now with the new shift of lifestyle, I think it'll be cranberries if I have to pick one. But I've always liked cranberries. What's weird is I've never really been into like real cranberry sauce with like real cranberries. I've always been the gel, which is basically cranberry flavored sugar gel. But as much as I like eating cranberries, I've never been real big on the real cranberry sauce, but I think I'm going to try a little harder this time. Mr. A Cake says he likes rhubarb. Okay, we got some of that in the fridge. Still got some of that rhubarb jam stuff. A little bit of it left. Look, I'm not sure if you're talking hot dog factor, chock full of eyeballs, pig butts, and teeth. Well, it's, like I said, it depends on where you get them. Depends on where you get them. C2S, corn is the goat veg. Tastes great and is entertaining afterwards. The greatest of all time veg. Well, yeah, I mean, corn does do positive things for you twice. It gives you food, fills you up, gives you popcorn, whatever, you know, it sustains you. And yeah, if you do eat just regular corn, especially corn on the cob, then you get a little laugh afterwards if you're someone that checks the toilet after you poo. Tomatoes used to be my favorite fruit, we'll say, because it is technically a fruit. The tomatoes used to be like my favorite fruit vegetable kind of thing. Bananas are good. Maurice Walker, tomatoes. Essential for pizza, pasta, and lots of other stuff. Absolutely, absolutely. Little Jim, Brussels sprouts. Fuck. Little Jim, Brussels sprouts. Where's the fucking ban button here? Ban from ban. Okay. 30 minutes, 1 hour, 24 hours, ban from the galaxy. There it is. Okay, I'm going to ban Little Jim from the Milky Way for a week. What is wrong with you? Really? Of all the vegetables, you really love Brussels sprouts? I mean, they're not horrible, but they're fucking Brussels sprouts. That's kind of like running around saying the French have a strong military. Like, okay. I mean, I'm not saying we hate you for it. We're just really fucking confused. All right. Nate Smith, what do you got? I like broccoli. Good. I didn't eat broccoli until I was an adult, and when I finally understood they aren't little trees. Broccoli, runner beans, and bell peppers. What are runner beans? Is that just like green beans? What are runner beans called in America? A species of legume. Prized for their long edible pods, bright flowers, and in some case tubers. Okay. Runner bean, multiflora bean. Just not, I guess we don't really see them around here. I don't know. I've ever heard of runner beans. Don't really look all that familiar. They kind of just look like peas. Like peas in a pod, but they're a little different. Maybe we do have those. Yeah, maybe we do have them. Those aren't, those kind of look like, what do they call it? Those sugar beans? Is it sugar? Oh, sugar snap peas? Is that what I'm thinking of? Sugar snap peas. Yeah, I was thinking they kind of look like sugar snap peas. Okay, like just being in the pod. Okay, because I used to eat those raw. Like sugar snap peas are good just to eat raw. All right. Wait, y'all people don't look. I always check C2S. Always got to check. All right, Emir, sprouts are anything I literally can't eat without retching, says Emir. Yeah, they're all right. I used to always have them with liver and onions. Liver, onions, mashed potatoes, and Brussels sprouts. It's like, all right, let's get all this shit over with, but we got the mashed potatoes to cover everything up. Little Jim, I love cranberry juice, the real stuff, not processed. Yeah, when I get cranberry juice, even before dealing with kidney stones and shit like in gout and all that, I always get the real stuff. Because if I'm going to go and spend extra money for cranberry juice, I'm not going to get fucking red sugar water. I could just do that at the fucking house. Tomatoes used to be called love apples. I feel like I've heard that before, Emir. I feel like I've heard that before. Black Watcher, Bananas Foster, butter, brown sugar, more butter, and rum. Now you're talking, Locke. And you got to get that more butter on your pancakes now. You do love them there, little Jim. All right, all right. Brussels sprouts are good when cooked enough. But when you're cooked enough, all the nutrients are gone. I guess. I mean, if you're boiling it, you are boiling out some nutrients. But you definitely got that fiber action going on. Rasher likes Brussels sprouts. But that's all right. Brussels sprouts are like kidney stones. What, nobody likes them? They're nice if they're cooked right. They're all right. They're all right. You think if Rasher says the more expensive ones are better? Maybe. I don't know what grade. I'm guessing American frozen standard Brussels sprouts, I'm guessing, aren't exactly the best ones. Nemir says runner beans are a staple over here. You don't shell them, but cook them and eat them in their cocoons, brackets, containers. Yeah, they're pods. Captain Barrett, if I translate the German word for Brussels sprouts, it would mean rose cabbage. That's actually pretty fucking accurate. Yeah, I can see that. Black corn on the cob, butter, salt, spicy red pepper. When I do corn on the cob, I put all the butter on it. And around here, we put Old Bay on our corn on the cob. Because corn on the cob is frequently sided or partnered, I guess, with steamed crabs. But fucking tomatoes, like raw tomatoes with Old Bay, is fucking amazing. Corn on the cob with lots of butter and Old Bay is fucking amazing. Like, kind of the best way to really have corn on the cob, as far as I'm concerned. That is the literal translation, says Cannabis. I mean, it makes sense. It does look like a little closed rosebud cabbage thing. Like, that's fucking perfect. Liver beans with a nice wine. Little Chianti. PJ, do not eat runner beans raw unless you like stomach pain and vomiting. Not really one of the things I'm into, although I'm sure some people it is. So yeah, probably not going to do that. Mr. A Cake says pancakes are nice on pancake day. Okay, not necessarily a vegetable, but still a staple food. The bananas Foster can be even served on a pancake or in a crepe. I know y'all told me the right way to pronounce that. Like someone over in Biscuit Land who would probably know better than anyone over here. How do you pronounce crepe, crap? Be very phonetic with it. Ad break just started on Twitch, which why am I not seeing? No, okay, just nobody's talking over there. Okay. Corn on the cob and Lori's seasoning. So yeah, I got some Lori's seasoning. So that's close to Old Bay kind of thing, but that's really good. And it's actually Lori's. Most people don't realize that's made by McCormick's, or it's made in the same factory as Old Bay. It's not Old Bay recipe, but they make it. They actually make it. The one McCormick's, one of the two McCormick's I work at, where it's made with the Old Bay and the powder, the pepper or powder, the pepper room or the pepper machine, the machine that puts the pepper into the cans and all that shit is the exact same machine they used to put Old Bay in there too. It happens in the same room. Rasher, I steam all my vegetables. No fluoridated water when you steam them. Yeah, I try to. If I cook vegetables to eat as their own, I try to steam them. More than like I don't. There's not much I boil because it doesn't really do anything for you. Steaming usually works a little better, retains more of the flavor, a lot more of the nutrients. It actually generally looks better too, especially broccoli. Boiled broccoli versus steamed broccoli is like two different, almost two completely different foods. Because the Steam stuff is really super bright, and the boiled stuff is just kind of flaccid. You gotta look beautiful for Mr. Krabs.
Oh, baby, that's nice.
Rasher gifting us 5 members to the Gaggle of Goofballs. How did Rasher receive? That's funny. Rasher, that's YouTube for you. So Rasher gifted 5 memberships, which remember on YouTube it is completely random. Apparently Twitch you can select specific people. But anyway, so it randomly gave himself, and this wasn't Rasher's fault, but Rasher somehow gifted Rasher a membership, which is funny. Go YouTube. Logan, Alcove, Zane, and HVACR North. Well, thank you for that, Rasher. Appreciate the support, and that is funny as shit that, oh. Phasma.
Oh, baby, that's nice. Yes, so, Phasma has redeemed the deep voice for 3,000 points. Quack, quack. Alright. All vegetables must be boiled for at least 5 minutes. Longer if possible. Hold on, it'll too deep. Yeah, I'd rather, I do, the rice cooker I have does double as a steamer. I used to have a nice steam pot, but that, went away. My favorite German word is Handschuh, or in English, handshoes. Hand shoes. What the fuck? Or is that? Is that gloves? Same as a grape, but C, not G. Crepe. Grape, crepe. Okay. Grape and crepe. I should be able to remember that. Low, ra, duh, is a little higher. Emir says, one of my favorite Brit makes always found it hilarious that the German word for exit is arsefart. Arsefart. Yes, gloves. That is gloves. Okay. Okay.
It's been about a minute. Sulfur hexafluoride. What is that? That sounds familiar. Damn it. Okay.
Go ahead and just push that back a little bit there. Thank you, there, C2S. Need to work on that. Yes, Bucharest is a beautiful city, especially the old French Quarter. I also spent a lot of time all over the country, from the mountains to the flat plains in the southeast. Phasma, thank you for the $23 super chat. Super chat. Is that a super chat or a sticker? Is that a sticker? Well, anyway, thank you for the 20 pounds. Let's see. Cheers, everybody, for the channel support. Naismith says, I would love it if car tires were actually called wheel shoes. Or wheel socks. That would be because they are a little softer, so maybe a wheel sock? Oh, actually, no, we can't do that. That wouldn't work. Because that actually kind of already exists. Wheel socks. Yeah, let's see. I mean, I
Ready, one, okay. So yeah, we can't do wheel socks because that actually exists. Actually, I think they're called tire socks. Like when there's big boom lifts and shit, like, you know, for taking people up and changing lights in like auditoriums and on stages and shit. Well, they can leave some pretty serious tracks on the surface. So they actually have fucking big sock thing, like donut wraps, like usually heavy canvas, something synthetic, leather sometimes, padding in them to put on them so that you're driving fabric across a stage or a surface as opposed to the hard, chunky rubber tires. So wheel shoes would be available, but not necessarily wheel socks, as I was thinking. But either way. All right. I am Welsh. Let's see, Little Jim. Anywhere. I am Welsh and find exit arsfart hilarious. Arsfart, arsfart with 2 dots above the A. That really is exit. Okay. That's not auto-tune. This has auto-tune, but I don't know how it works. That's just me twisting the pitch knob up and down and Alright. I guess I should look up how the auto-tune works. Maybe have some fun with that. Rainbow Dandelion, what's up? 23 to rule them all. This shit is now stuck in my link. Okay. Edited link. Drink, drink, drink. If you aren't sick of water, you haven't had enough, says C2S. Well, we might as well have a little bit of water never hurts. Chicken tikka. Why are we talking about chicken tikka? Like, that's good food. Hey, man, isn't that the last name of the one guy? Or that one director guy? Fuck. What the hell movies was he doing? Was he doing superhero? No. What the hell movies was he doing? With something like Tika or some last name like that. He's a director that also stars in movies. He was the boss guy in some fucking movie hacking. Oh my god. I can see the movie playing in my head, but I can't remember what it's called. Why is that? Is that Free Guy? Oh, Free Guy. Yeah, he was in Free Guy. He was the boss dude in Free Guy. Okay. Free Guy, I think he also directed it. Oh, yeah, how do you say it? Taka Watiti? Why did I think Tika? Well, I mean, I guess it's close. Takai Watiti? Is that his name? I don't know. He's into a bunch of shit. What else was he in? He was in Thor. Ah, that's right. Yeah, he is in. Yeah, did some of the Thors, and he's been in a bunch of movies. He looks like, just so you know who I'm talking about. He is. Let me do that. Bottom capture. That guy. Wow, he looks pretty old right there. I feel like that's probably no, you can't even see that. But yeah, that's the guy. You've seen him. He's been in movies. That's what I was thinking when I saw Tika. Mr. Egg Cake, the moon is so beautiful, I pissed my slippers. Yeah, I might want to have that checked into. That's kind of the opposite of what I had going on the other day. Kind of the obvious. Or opposite. Red Dwarf Tika to ride. Okay. The German word for television means the same thing. Tele equals long distance. It is Farsi. What? So long distance vision. That makes sense. Naismith, everyone should drink water to counteract rising sea levels. Perfect. That would work Amazing. Let me see something here. Yeah, okay. What was that? Oh, there we go. Okay. What do the films Brokeback Mountain and Lord of the Rings have in common? Someone's ring got destroyed. Little Jim's on a he's on a tear today. All right, he's on a tear. All right. Oh boy. For Senin is pronounced Ferncian. Ferncian, sort of. Never heard of him before. Oh, the Tika guy? Or Takat, what? Yeah, he's one of them guys. Like, he's all over the place, but you don't necessarily hear his name too much for some reason. Like, I didn't really know much about him until, like, I finally, one day, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And then I went, holy shit, he's done all kinds of stuff. Little Jim says, I'm back, baby, and cooking with gas. Well, there you go. That's the way to do it. Good to have you back. We got about 13 more minutes before I'm going to go figure out some food. Arse fart means out far, or maybe even far out. Craft work, or fart, das. Okay. Lots of fart in there. Black Watcher is probably making some pancakes in the morning. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll do that for breakfast tomorrow. Because, like I said, I forgot to get eggs. I don't feel like going to the store just to get breakfast stuff when I need to do a big food run anyway. But there is the slight chance, if I'm feeling all right, that I'm going to go out tomorrow for about an hour anyway. So maybe on the way home, I'll stop, pick up some food. Because I do need to, I need to do a serious food refresh. Because obviously I didn't go to the store while I was fucking hurting. So I'm down to, not a whole lot of food in the house. Which is also kind of limiting whatever I'll be eating tonight. Ugh. All right. Jack, better be careful. Your job might be in danger. Jack, who? Who are we jacking? If you go out tomorrow, don't get stoned. Yeah, I hope not. I hope not. Did the neighbor thing straighten itself out? Oh, speaking of neighbors, the junkie, no. I haven't even seen him over there. I don't know if he even exists on that property anymore. I'm actually getting ready to text his dad just to be like, hey man, how's Junior been? I haven't heard from him in a while. Kind of thing, just to see where that goes. Because I have his dad's phone number. Because, he's my fucking neighbor. So, no, that didn't sort itself out, but I was getting ready to initiate that, and then the kidney stone hit, so I'll get to that. He might be in fucking jail or rehab, who knows. As far as that side, the neighbors that are moving, last weekend, they pretty much initiated the final move. Pretty much everything is gone now. They had their grandkids kind of staying there for a little while as they watched the house, but they're gone. I don't know if they sold it, but it's it was fucking weird. It was I thought fucking Delta Force was rolling up yesterday. I just happened to be out front, looking out front, and fucking one car pulls up, parks in front of my work van, and then a truck swings in real quick and parks in front of them. Another car zinged up into the driveway. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And then a fourth car came up and backed into the driveway, and they did it quickly, something was going on, in a hurry. And then they just all got out and went in the house, came out 10 minutes later and left. I haven't looked to see if the for sale sign is still hanging, to see if they bought it or if they are not. My only concern is if 3 cars rolled up, I hope, my only issue or potential problem with a new neighbor would be I need to park my van out front of my house. Like, it's where I've always parked it. The cameras are focused, like zoomed in on where I park it. Like, I actually have a visual marker I use to line it up to the exact same spot. As long as I can have one spot in front of my house, it'd be like, if y'all got a million cars, even though you have a giant basic parking lot on the back side of the property, if for some reason there are these people that just needs to park out front, I hope I can at least work something out so I can park my fucking van out there. Otherwise, I'm going to have to park my truck out there. And if it gets to the point where they're fucking with me that, like, I can't even get my van out there, I'll park my truck out there in a way that nobody else will park out there. And then I'll just park in my driveway and just redo the cameras. And paint scruff parking zone on the road. God, I wish I fucking could. It's like, you know, I just want one spot out front of the house. That's all. That's all I ever want. The neighbors on this side, like, we've had a couple, early on, we had a couple of, like, kind of getting mad at each other. Well, me getting mad at them and them getting mad at me, yada yada. Like, when I pulled up the one fucking day and one of them had come over in a goddamn Volkswagen Jetta. Now, keep in mind, this, like, property line to property line out front is 50 feet. My property is 50 feet wide. And this fuckhead somehow managed to park so perfectly in the center, you couldn't fit on either side of him without hanging out into someone's driveway. So I literally took my work van, I blocked their driveway, and I had it to the point it was less than a quarter inch my fucking license plate was from his bumper. Just to prove the fucking point. And after that, that was the last time that they kept having their fucking people parked there, like when they come over. So we finally got to the point they know, like, just please stay out of that fucking parking spot. Like, I just need to fucking park there. Like, I don't understand it. So many people park on the street that have places to park out back. And, like, a couple of people that park out front have covered, like, carports and shit. But they just don't want to park out back for some reason. It's fucking weird. Like, if I had a fully covered carport out back, I'd fucking park back there all the time. But that's whatever. Hey, what's up, HVACR? Welcome. Been a minute, I feel. Hope you're doing all right. See, as far as neighbors go, we'll see what's going on. If there's people that rolled up fucking Delta Force style are moving in, then it looks like a mother, father, and a kid, and then, like, 2 other people who were driving. I don't know if they have older kids that live there too or whatever. I'm just hoping that there isn't going to be any dumb shit going on, because I don't, like, the neighborhood has been pretty good for the past however many fucking years I've lived here. What, 13? I guess it's been almost 13 years. 14 kids. I care less how many kids you have, as long as you just fucking let me do my thing, you do your thing, and whatever. We're cool. Frank Nutbetty, did I miss the Lego skidder? I was plinking with my buddy for the first half of the stream. The Lego skidder? Like yours? Like, I showed yours earlier. I don't know what other skidder we're talking about. Muck and fountains, muck and fucking mountain. Muck and fountains, fucking mountains. Fuck and mountains. Now we're getting back into the Brokeback thing. Make a good impression. Go out to meet them in your tidy whities. If I'm gonna, dude, if it looks like there's gonna be a problem, I'll probably go out in my tidy whities with my fucking Glock on me. I mean, if you're gonna make an impression, I can legally open carry on my property. Which is weird, because in Maryland, if you own a pistol, sorry, I'm looking at it, it's because I keep it there. If you own a pistol, you cannot open or carry concealed that pistol on your own fucking property. Like, you can't carry a pistol on your own property in Maryland unless you have the carry concealed training and permit for it. Then you can carry a pistol on your property. It's so fucking weird. Something just bing bonged. Let's hydrate. All right, there's Cyberlight. Let's everybody take a drink. few more minutes to go, and then we'll do a top of the hour toast. And I'm going to go get some food going. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to make a first impression, you might as well just let it all hang out. You can tuck it in the waistband until they fall down. Well, yeah, that would be the thing, making sure I have something that can hold that weight. And something interesting for those of you that are familiar with the smaller of the pew-pews, the 48 is a lighter Glock because it is small. It's the slimline version, so it's a little skinnier, so it conceals better. It's a little smaller, so it weighs less, which makes it even, it makes it a little snappy when you fire. You get a lot of recoil because there's not a lot of weight. Well, through the modifications I've done and the add-ons to it, and adding all the various tungsten I've put in it, and switching over to a metal 15-round magazine, my little 48 actually weighs just a little bit more than a fully loaded Glock 19, like the bigger version of it. I've done enough to it where it should fire quite well once I get it down to the range from the extra weight I've put on there. Just fun because now it's just going to be that much more controllable. Blackwatcher, nothing like a great chopped steak. I haven't had that in a while. There's a good. Loaded mashed potatoes. Good. And some stewed maters with zucchini. All good. Is that what you're eating now? Nate Smith, it's when the new neighbors recognize you from being fans of your stream. I doubt that. I can't imagine that would ever fucking happen to me. I mean, I don't know. PW, some people are not able to turn the steering wheel more than 10 degrees and usually are afraid to drive backwards. Okay. That's what I generally refer to when I'm on the road. It's just a weak driver. If at first you don't succeed, skydiving isn't for you. Yeah, that is true. Frank, I've had sketchy people walk up my driveway before, just rack the pump action, and they scatter like roaches. Yeah. See, we can't actually do that in Maryland. That would be considered brandishing. It's once they actually step past the threshold of the doorway that you can do whatever the fuck you want. As a matter of fact, if someone crosses your threshold in Maryland, thereby enabling the castle doctrine, like they say, just fucking kill them. And if they're running from you, but they're in your house, then yes, you are legally allowed to shoot them in the fucking back once they've crossed that threshold and are inside your house. But fucking state to state to state, it all fucking changes, which is absolutely ridiculous that we can't just have a federal standard for laws as far as things like that. And quite frankly, a lot of things just need federally mandated laws, because it really is like living in a place with 50 different fucking countries. We call them states, but they might as well be different fucking countries, because sometimes you cross a border and you're in another fucking reality. Big 8 News. Yeah, we used to get these neighbors in one area. We lived in Fresno. We have like 10 cars practically, and they would park them in front of our place. Yeah, I love cockhounds like that. Is that why you've gotten Johnny Rotten over your shoulder? I don't think there's any Johnny Rottens in here. God forbid you park one in front of their place. Oh yeah, I love people like that. And I've done that to other neighbors that have parked in front of my house. And for whatever reason, the spot in front of theirs was open. I'll just pull that big ass orange fucking van up there. And it's always within minutes. Do you think you could move your van? I'm like, no. You parked in my spot, and so I'm parking in yours, and I guess it's going to sit there. Like, if it's close enough that my security camera can still get to it, I'll fucking just leave that big-ass eyesore out there. Well, go ahead and move mine. I'm like, yeah, I'm already undressed, man. You're just going to have to deal with it. Done that a couple times. Like, fuck you. Especially when the people have lived here for years and years. Like, you know the neighborhood routine. We all know where we park our cars. And you're going to do some dumb shit like that. Put a target up in your backyard and some tins and have some very loud shooting practice. I'd love to be able to do practice in my backyard, but it's too close to everybody else, or I would have already figured that out. Captain Batterit's out. Have a good one. I'll talk to you later, buddy. Appreciate the swinging through, and I'll keep an ear out for when that package ships. Frank Nedabetty, my Glock 44 fired flawlessly except for a hard primer, was plinking at 25 yards. Yeah, if I go out tomorrow, I'm going to the range, indoor range around here. It's 25-yard indoor. That allows up to 7.62 by 39 suppressed if you get a rifle, but it's mostly for pistols. And since I haven't sighted that in yet, like I need to get her, like it should be pretty fucking close, like no doubt. But it would be nice to know it's actually accurate in case I have to use it, which I really don't want to. But anyway, top of the hour toast, everybody. Cheers. I appreciate you hanging out for the evening. Why don't they make the whole plane out of the black box stuff? That would be a really fucking heavy plane. Next time, Scruff, drink water. Yeah, there's water. Here we got it. I've been drinking a little bit more than usual. Frank Nedabetty, appreciate the support for 28 months. Cheers to you. I'm gonna use this one this time. Cheers again. Well, I'm gonna snooze that ad on Twitch since we're winding down. Something else just happened. Big 8 for 20 months. Again, more support. Thank you, everybody, for the support on the channel. And again, I said it Thursday. I forgot to say it today. I did read everybody's messages and everything that you sent on Twitch and emails and all that. And I didn't reply to most of them for the most part, just because I heard. But I do appreciate all the sentiments sent. I really wasn't expecting it. C2S, I figure the neighbors do stuff to piss me off, so I'll do stuff to piss them off, and it works out. Yeah, I hope not, but whatever. If I gotta go to neighbor war, we'll fucking go to war. Jack Attack. I think it's wrong that only one company makes Monopoly. Little Jim, I have an asshole moved in next door, traffic calming in front of his house, so he thinks it's okay to park in front of mine. I'll send you pictures. Ah, it sucks. Yeah, honestly, my biggest concern with neighbors was when when the people that seem to have been taking care of Dude and Dude Bro, when Mr. Wayne passed and his family moved out, the family that moved in, like no shit, they were like 15 deep. They own 7 fucking cars in that property. And when they first moved in, dude, they took up fucking half the neighborhood. And I think most of the neighborhood told them what the fuck they could do with their cars. So now they park them inside. Like they have a double lot, and half of it is just grass because they can't build on that half because that's where the hub for the sewer system is. So it's owned by the city, but they can use it for, like, you know, running around. You know, they can use it as their yard, but they can't plant or build anything. But they started parking there because too many people were fucking getting on them. And they still have 4 cars on the street, but that's whatever. They got sorted out by the rest of the neighbors, I guess you could say. C2, oh, you mean small stuff? I get along with my neighbors. Yeah, so far I've gotten along with my neighbors. I don't know what happened. Something got deleted there, Big 8. And the ad break is still trying to roll in on Twitch. Oh, it's actually going. But I snoozed it. Why did it fucking Twitch? Alright. Like spicy sweet chili Doritos with taco meat, beans, and cheese. I've had something basically that before. That's good. That's good. Oh, I wonder how those tires got flat. Yeah, shit like that. Way long ago. I've partook in something in that a couple times when I was like basically still a kid. Fucking neighbors piss me off. That's when I did dangerous shit. Like when you take the valve stem out and then you put the cap back on. You fucking spit in it and put the cap back on, and it'll hold that pressure until it gets hot. And it's driving, and that cap blows off, and you have a very fast leak. Not a good thing to do, but I did that a few times because I was a little fucking asshole. Phew. I live at the end of a cul-de-sac, a dead end. Yeah, that's what we call them here too, Emir. We play musical parking spaces without the music. Yeah, I can see that. Oh. Old Jim says, and he puts the wheel bins out in space to keep it for him. He puts the wheelie bins. Oh, he puts shit out in the space in front of your house to try and save the space, and you've called the police and council. Yeah, I mean, like, whatever. There's a lot of laws that have passed around Maryland. Around America and various states. I think some counties in Maryland have it that if you put a marker out on the street, like anyone can literally just move it, toss it, and put it up, and you can get fined for that. Like you can get a lot of trouble for a lot of places for that, which is kind of bullshit. Because if I'm going to dig a fucking spot out, I would expect that spot to be there. And I've had people take my spot before, and that's when I do the bumper thing where you park that fucking far from them, and then you dig out your spot and you just bury their car. I've been the asshole that's poured water over people's cars that fucking parked in my spot so that it froze up. Like, that shit really pisses me off. But that's just why I just bury their car if they do that. But on that community fucking positive note, I'm going to go ahead and sign out of here, go get something to eat, figure out what's going on with the rest of the night. And I got to pee because I've been drinking a lot of water. Drink a little bit more. So, one final little cheers, everybody. In most cities, you can park in front of any house. Yeah. Freeze the door seals to the door. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was doing. What's up, Rusty? Have a great future. Yes, yes. So, everybody, appreciate you hanging out for this evening. It's good to be back and fully functional. So I'll be back Wednesday, and we'll be working on the light kit for the Corvette. And there's a couple things I was talking about doing the engine in like 2 weeks. It may have to wait because I got to go back over it. I feel like I have to order. There was something else I wanted to order. Oh, the alternator. That's right. Yeah, we'll do the polish and the finish up on the engine once I get the taxes sorted out and I can get that alternator ordered so that we can make a V8 engine drive a battery charger. But anyway, I'll see you Wednesday. I hope you have the rest of your weekend goes well. Drink water and have yourselves a good one. So be groovy to each other, and I am out of here in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See ya.